House prices have gone completely crazy. How can you get around that? How can you make it totally irrelevant? These house builders are charging crazy money for their properties. Why not build your own? Welcome to this week's edition of Money Matters. And as you can tell, I'm quite excited by this one. I know for a fact that money truly does matter. Your home is really, really important. With property prices going up and up and up and up and up over the years, what can you do about it? How could you commission the building of a house yourself? The average house in the United Kingdom is roughly £300,000. And roughly, it's going to cost you £200,000 to build from the ground up a £300,000 house. If you want to build your own property, where would you start? As I normally say, it's best to start from the ground up. Ironically, that's literally true in this case. A plot. Where would you get a plot from? You might have a piece of land, or your mum and dad have got a piece of land or something. If you don't have a piece of land and you want a piece of land, I'm going to start giving you some information, and you might want to start writing some of this down. This is the self-build and custom register. What on earth is that? This is what councils have to have a plan for. So here's Doncaster Council, because that's the last place I lived in the UK and I've got quite a few investment properties there. Doncaster Council have got a 10-year plan. So I would start with a 10-year plan, and I would go and ask the council for a copy of the 10-year plan, and it'll have a drawing like this. Look at this. This shows you where you can build and where you can't build. Everywhere in the UK needs more homes. Year after year after year, the governments have all said we need to build 300,000 homes a year in the UK to keep up with demand. Financial Times has reanalysed all those figures, and because of the systemic underbuilding of the amount of properties, it's now 500,000. 500,000 required. Last year, how many were built? 177. So that's barely a third. So we could simplify it to say, for every 3 houses that the UK needs, only one's getting built. So when I said at the start, if you can't beat them, join them. Well, if they ain't building enough houses for you, well, build your own. Every single council in the UK needs more houses and flats. They've got a plan to deliver that. They probably won't do it, but they've got zones where you can build properties. So go and get it off them and find out where you can build. Don't try and build somewhere where they don't want you to build. Go and build where they do want you to build. Put yourself on the list. Legally, they have to keep a list. Legally, they have to send it to you. Legally, they have to sell it to you. So you're probably thinking, what's it going to cost me to get a plot? It's tens of thousands, unless you want to build in the middle of London or something, in which case it's millions. But did you know that? There were people doing self-builds in Zone 1 London last year. Check that out. Yeah, you can do that. So it might cost you millions, but you'll make millions. Think about it. But if we restrict it to kind of normal properties, I would say your budget is going to be somewhere in the kind of £20,000 to £50,000 range. So how would you fund the plot? Well, you might have savings, you might get a loan. Next, what do you need? Well, you need money to build it, so a mortgage or a loan of some kind. You need materials, you need bricks, you need architect's plans and all that kind of stuff. Well, where would you go for that, Paul? Well, you go where you want. The biggest organisation in the UK for all of this is called The Build Store. Organisations like The Build Store is sourcing you pretty much everything you need once you've got the plot. First up, you're going to need plans, detailed plans that you can actually build to. So architect's plans, construction plans. So you could go and specify it with an architect. First principles might cost you tens of thousands of pounds to do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But if you wanted to get going quick, in the build store, they've just got plans. Would you want this kind of house, that kind of house, this kind of house, that kind of house? The build store, because they've got the plans, has got a bill of materials, as it's called, a BOM, bill of materials, for all the stuff you need. How many bricks do you need? How many slates do you need? Or how many tiles do you need? And that's what it's going to cost. So imagine that you've got the plot from the council and you funded it somehow. Imagine you've got an off-the-shelf plan. Imagine that plan has come with the list of materials you need. What else do you need? Well, you probably need a builder. Okay, so there's plenty of places you can source builders from. There's magazines like Build It, sort of self-build magazine. People will recommend you a builder. The Build Store could give you some builders in your local area that have done self-build before. There's loads of places you can get builders from. And what else do you need? Well, probably, bluntly, money. Where'd you get that from? Well, the Build Store. The Build Store is the biggest financer of self-build properties in the UK. So if you got the plot from the council, pretty much everything else you get from the Build Store, what's stopping you? Well, I'm guessing what stopped you up until now is you probably hadn't even thought of it. You've probably never heard of the Build Store. So just give me some comments in the chat below about what you've learned from this video so far. And I'm betting that 99% of you didn't know that councils had to keep a register of plots and people. By the way, you could join the register for free of every single council in the whole of the United Kingdom. Bet you didn't know that, most of you. Probably never heard of the Build Store. Next, probably didn't know that you could build a house for 2/3 of what it cost you to buy it. What's stopping you? Is your brain melted at this point, or are you still feeling okay and do you want more information? Because I think the critical final piece of this jigsaw to get it done is you need to put yourself into a community of like-minded individuals that are doing it so that you can learn from them. Once you've got your plot, you don't need any more money. As the property, house, flat gets built, it becomes more valuable, so the funder will just release what's called stage payments to build it all up. And then when you're finished, you're probably going to go and put a regular mortgage on it. So let's say you've ended up with a £300,000 value property that's cost you $200,000 to build. You know as well as I do that as long as your salary supports it, you could put a 60, 70, 80, even 90% mortgage on it. So let's not go too mad. Let's say you put a 80% mortgage on it at the end, so you'd get a mortgage of $240,000. Let's say your house is your new home that you've just built is worth 300k. You can put a 240k mortgage on it. You need to pay off everything, the Build Store, wherever you got the money from for the plot. It's probably going to cost you about 200,000. That means you've just got 40,000 pounds in your back pocket tax-free. But let's say once you've moved into it, you start building the next one. And let's say that takes you another year. Well, could you now use that 40,000 pounds to go and buy the next plot, do it all again, when it's finished, move into the next one, that's your new home. Could you then keep this one, that first one, as a buy-to-let, as a service accommodation unit, or rent it out, make some money off it in some way? Of course you could. We've got people in the Wealth Academy in Touchstone that have done that anything up to 5 times. By the time you've done it the 5th time, you're probably living in £1 million home. And it might be 5 years from now. But just give me some comments below. What kind of dream home would you love to move into for £1 million? Or is your dream home going to cost more? Is it going to cost 2 or 3 million quid? If you just take these stepping stones, one step at a time, as you go, behind you, as you move out of the properties, you're leaving a string of, 3-bed, 4-bed, whatever it is, that families can rent. Guess what you're doing? You're making money, but you're solving a problem. How about you, Touchstone, work together to help solve the problem of the UK's housing crisis? You want to be on the sidelines in the pub with all the normal 99% people moaning about it? Or do you want to be part of the 1% of people that do something about it? In Touchstone, we got a shorthand for that. We call it the Wealth Academy. Imagine you join the Wealth Academy, and imagine 1 year from now, out of your pocket, you're drawing the keys to your brand new dream home that you just built. And imagine 1 year later, you've got a different set of keys because you're in a different home because you just built another one. And imagine your first one has got some lovely tenants in it. Is this the key to your success and the key to your happiness? I hope so. Hope you've enjoyed this week's edition of Money Matters, because as you know, money really does give you choices. Hopefully I've just demonstrated that. You've been wonderful. Go build yourself a house. I've been Paul. I've got quite a lot of houses. I'll see you next time.